Whole show.
I'd say.
I swear.
About 26 articles in there.
Y'all crazy,
They
man.
covered everything.
A Negro should not lay with another.
If we catch you at night, it's a $500 fine.
We looking for y'all at night.
Man, we live, man.
Yeah.
Y'all crazy, man.
Man, I'm on 360.
Oh, we back.
Oh, man.
That's big stuff.
Hey, shit.
Open your ears
Share
and
to your
listen.
page.
Direction for your ambitions. New narrative. This the community coalition. Drumel, Corey, and Dory here for the intervention. We've been letting it slide for too long. He on not no more slipping. Unity in our communities is how we rise up. Empowerment to self. Knowledge as well. Let's wise up. No more fighting as individuals. We municipal. Change the forecast. This the podcast to listen to. You got a vision. We got a vision. Let's make it visible. Say we got to fight for our rights. Well, then enlist me. All bite, no bark. Real talk. 360.
Yeah. Woo. Turn them volumes down so we can get going. Everybody out there, can you share this?
Yeah.
I need you to share it to your page. We back, man. We ain't been here in a minute. But we back. Today
back.
we got a special guest. A family member of the team.
Oh, yeah.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I'm on it,
Yeah.
man. Family. We family, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sir.
Magic Johnson of the team of your show. Because he throwing assists.
God, dog. Big cookie ass.
Showtime over there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
said-
119 member.
He said, "God, dog."
Yeah, man. What's going on, man? Man, this is Will Robinson, man, aka Pastor Will, aka Bishop, all that good stuff, man. Red, I'm just glad to be a part of 360 Real Talk, man. This is Real Talk. Listen, I'm a big fan, Doc. I'm honored that y'all got me on here. I am my
Man,
people's
thank
keeper
you.
now. I am my people's keeper now.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
yeah.
but I like this Real Talk 360,
yeah.
man. I'm honored to be on, man.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Chief.
And to my left,
Hey, it's me. It's Dory, man. Been gone for a minute. Now I'm back with the jump off.
Yeah.
Real Talk 360, man. It's good to be back in the building. 119 Media Group with my partners, man. Really got some good stuff to talk about. Excited to be in here, man.
and my guy.
I got it, Jamel. I do this, bro. I got it, Jamel. I do this for a decade. You know?
Man, shit, I apologize,
You know.
man. I was there when you started.
Yeah. You know, I'm just been sitting back, relaxing, just
Yeah,
enjoying what
man.
you got. You
Straight
know?
up, man.
I like that,
Shoot,
though,
man.
man. I like that. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta let them know I got it too.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I ain't gonna say
I like
nothing
it.
else
I
then.
like it. I
Shoot.
like it, though,
Man,
man.
I talk to black people, man.
Man,
That's how we said black people. Man. what tell people you is then?
Hey man, I'm Drew, aka Cat Black, Mr. Coach, hey, whatever you want to call me. You know, I'm doing it all. Glad to be here, man. Glad God woke me up to see another day.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
And shouts out to Corey Grant. You know what I'm saying? He ain't here today, but we gonna shout him out.
Hey, Corey.
Mr. Know It All.
11119.
Yeah,
My
Marion
frat in the
County.
building.
Mr. What he say?
Mr. Know It All.
Mr. Know
Mr.
It.
Know It All.
Yeah.
Mr. Know It All.
Okay.
Marion County.
Zion got a shoe.
Yeah,
Zion got a shoe.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
coming up.
But you know, we back, man. I love doing this. I'm glad I got the preacher on with me now, the pastor.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, I'm honored, man. Honored.
And how your week go? How you been doing, Dory?
Man, listen. Working hard, man. Working hard. Shout out to where I work at. I ain't gonna say it on the air, but we went from 4 shifts to 3 shifts, and I work Monday through Friday, and I'm on second shift, and it's great. It's great. It's great though. It's great. I'm working. I'm blessed to be working.
How the kids are?
Kids are getting ready to go back to school. 1 getting ready to go back to Francis Marion. 2 going back to South Carolina State. 2 I'm going to Timminsville High School.
Oh,
Man,
So-
that's what's up.
Okay.
got a lot going on in
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah,
Dang, how many is that? That was quick.
that's 5.
Good God.
Yeah.
That boy said it fast.
Yeah, quick.
Blessings.
And Mr. William, how the fam is?
Man, the fam is good. They resting while I'm working. I'm always on the grind, always on the work.
Okay.
It's been a good week. They good.
Drew, tell us. Oh, my fault. I apologize. Keep
No,
going.
man, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'm just here to.
Hey, Drew, tell us what's going on in your world.
Just, wide open. Just doing what I do, man. School start up next week, so I'll be with the kids. We had orientation last week, football start. school district, got a lot going on. I'm gonna be driving buses in the morning, working, football after that, and somewhere in between the line, I got to cut all these yards I got going on. So, yeah. All my kids, getting ready for school. My son popped up on me last night from college. He started football last weekend. I hear my door open. I'm like, bro, what you doing here? You got school. But he came home to hit my pockets up, and he ain't slick.
Oh yeah.
He ain't slick. So I'm like, yo, bro, you got practice Monday, don't you? Yeah, I just came for the weekend. I know what you got going.
He came to re-up.
Smooth operator, brother. You're a smooth operator, brother.
Okay. Get it on. It's a reflection.
Yeah. So big shout out to my kids, man. My daughter, I got one daughter. She won something in a cheerleading camp last week in Sherrod.
I seen that.
My other daughter, she goes to Trinity Burns. She's a cheerleader, basketball player, and volleyball player. She hit my pockets. She need 3 different pairs of shoes. my Cash App notifications is just blowing up. I'm like, I'll be asleep, just 1 eye open, just whatever. And then they wonder why I have to work so much, but it's all good, man. I'm gonna take care of my kids, man.
That's right.
Real Talk 360, we in the building. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Check this out, man. We back. My weekend was all right. Getting the kids ready. My son playing football. Matter of fact, they out right now at O'Reilly's in Darlington
washing cars.
So you go by and support them.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And it's been crazy. It's a crazy week, right? And I have a friend. I haven't seen him in a while. My other friend talked to him, and he sent me a video of his son. Now, I don't have the video of his son, but the video of this clip, but I have the audio, and we've seen this before. And some people going to be able to listen to this, and some people not going to be able to listen to this because the way it is.
Right.
But I want y'all to just listen to this for a minute, okay?
The chief of police in Aurora, Colorado is apologizing after a brutal arrest captured on the
This is my
body
friend's
cameras of
son.
officers. The footage was released yesterday, and we want to warn you, it is disturbing. Kyle Vinson was arrested Friday on an outstanding warrant charge. Within minutes, he was left beaten and bloodied, saying he was fighting for his life. Jeff Pegues is following this latest controversy for the Aurora Police Department.
The body camera videos show officers attempting to arrest 3 men with outstanding felony warrants. When 2 flee the scene, Kyle Vinson is left sitting alone. Officer John Hobart is seen pointing a gun at Vincent, ordering him to lie face down and show his hands, which he does.
Hands all the way out.
Put your hands out front.
Hands all the way out in front of you. Okay.
The officer hit
him with the
Vincent
gun
with his pistol at least 7 times. One cut on Vincent's head required 6 stitches. He later holds him by the neck for almost 40 seconds. Vincent's father says he was shocked by what he saw.
I thought he was going to die because he said, "You're killing me."
On your face. Get on your face.
Aurora's police chief, Vanessa Wilson, calls the arrest a despicable act.
We're disgusted. We're angry. This is not police work. This is not the Aurora Police Department. This was criminal.
Since becoming chief in 2020, Wilson has worked to reform the Aurora Police Department, terminating 14 officers for misconduct. The year before she became chief, 23-year-old Elijah McLean died after Aurora police put him in a neck hold and paramedics injected him with ketamine after he was stopped while walking home from a convenience store. Wilson says as soon as she saw this new video, she ordered an internal affairs investigation.
You move, I will shoot you.
Wilson says she supports the quick release of body camera videos, which is now required by Colorado law within 21 days in incidents where there are complaints.
And that's why I'm doing it here today.
Again, we right back at it. But the only thing about it right now is I know this young man's father.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's close to home.
Yeah. So if you didn't know George Floyd, you knew what happened. But I can call this young man's father. or I can call my friend and he'll call his father because I haven't spoken to him. But I can call his father. I've seen his father. Now I was thinking about this the other day, right? Your sons leave your house, and you try to coach them to if this happened, do this, but you're coaching them to come back home. Now, this young man, even though I think the warrant was crazy or something, nothing, but just the warrant.
And he didn't move, right?
No, he didn't move.
Ran.
Now, he didn't move. His friends ran. He stayed. There was an apartment complex. Somebody called him for trespassing. He stayed. He stayed because in his mind, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
Now, this is a guy, his father is African-American, his mother's white. So he stayed there. He's, to me, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize. He's thinking, I didn't do nothing. Why should I run?
Right.
Our people, I was always hey, I'm about to get up out of here. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But him not moving, staying there because he's thinking he's did nothing wrong, damn near got this man killed. So what do you tell your sons? To run or to stay because you did nothing wrong?
You run, you can possibly die. You stay, you can possibly die. I don't know what to do.
It's like it's always you follow procedure, follow the rules. You try to give your children the best information possible that you can think of after all of these scenarios that we've seen. And then you still have the same situation. It's very hard to try to give them a legitimate way of handling situations like that.
Yeah.
And it's scary.
Yeah. To see your son laying there, I'm pretty sure he's seen it, but to go back and listen to that, when I seen that to Dory, who has 4 sons, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't even watch it.
I couldn't watch it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you leave home, you tell your son, come back home.
Right.
Do what you got to do to come back home.
Trouble.
Now, this young man was, I don't know if he had to talk with son. If they tell you to get down.
Right.
If they tell you to do this, do this. Dad, why should I do that when I ain't did nothing wrong?
Yeah.
He said, you killing me. And did you hear you got a man voice, but you got that voice that get high when there's certain situations.
Yeah.
Did you hear him go all the way down?
Mm-hmm.
You killing me.
Yeah.
But in his mind, he did nothing wrong. I don't have a warrant. All of us say, man, I don't got no warrant. You could have got a warrant for that speeding ticket.
Right.
Yeah. But this was in Aurora, Colorado. When I thought of Colorado, man, I always thought, and I could be wrong, every time I went to Colorado, white people and black people got along.
Yeah.
But to see the look on that officer face on the picture, I would automatically judge this guy that he's coming not good.
Yeah.
And it's going to be bad.
Right.
How you going to tell a person, I have a gun on you?
At your head. And
I
will kill you.
Not hit with the gun. Not one time. They said I thought it was once, but he got hit 7 times with the gun.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what do you do? How do you handle that?
That question, that's just a revolving question because it's like something you just don't know what to do or how to play it out.
But the revolving question of killing people.
Yeah.
Right.
Coretta Scott just said, this is merely one area where segregation has failed the black community. And I totally agree.
Absolutely.
I totally agree with that comment, Coretta.
So now it's like, are we still, and it's going to be a strong statement I'm about to say, I don't care. Do I got to look at the police like they're the Ku Klux Klan? And how can I figure out who is who and who is not?
Well, I mean, again, we got to look at where all of this derived from. I mean, especially when we talk about the police. I mean, slave patrols. There are 2 historical narratives about the origins of American law enforcement. and one of them is policing in southern slave holding states had roots in slave patrols.
Right.
So that's where that's come from first.
Yeah.
So if you got people that are still looking at us in that context, you might, again, it's just one of those things that's just there. You know what I'm saying? As much as we can say, and I've said this plenty of times before, I've talked to my other brothers and sisters, Caucasian brothers and sisters. Yeah, we're all equal in the sight of God.
Right.
Red, white, and blue, we're all in the sight of God. That's the God thing. But we start talking about this systematic government that we're in, the systematic racism that we're in, is divided. So it's always going to see us in a certain way. You're always going to be taught a certain way.
Right.
We're taught one way in our black homes. We're taught another way. They're taught another way in their white homes.
Correct.
Again, when we're talking about situations like that, his mother and father, his father's black, his mother is white, right?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced, but based upon the world and the system that we live in, I just choose to influence things in my children or not. I'm making this joke. If I offend anybody, it's however it is. I would prefer my children to be with someone of their same race, and the reason why is because I don't know what their parents think, or how their parents feel,
right,
about my race.
Right.
I mean, that's just facts. We are more willing and accepting of interracial dating.
Any race.
Any race.
Yeah.
Right.
Come bring them to the house.
Come on, come in the house. Come on, we're gonna feed you. Come on, matter of fact, let me. This is how we do it over here.
Right.
But when it comes down to them, and I don't know.
Yeah.
And we can only pick that up when we are actually around and when we see situations like this.
That's right.
But again, when we're talking about where it all started out, slave patrol. So who was the only people with slavery?
Our people.
Our people.
Yeah.
So again, if that's the stigma that is just going down from generation to generation, that's all we see.
Yeah.
This is how we're always going to be treated, no matter. Again, I don't care if you got a little mix in there. I don't care if you're a little mixed mutt.
Yeah. And that's gonna taint you to them.
Yeah.
Come on,
Right.
Am I?
This
This boy always got me preaching over here.
Yeah.
But check this out. That police, when he came to see that guy right there, I don't know what color were the guys that ran.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, to me, if I'm wrong, tell me. Your life is worth nothing.
Right.
So I'm just gonna treat you like worth nothing. Now the young lady with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
She got fired and charged too.
Right.
Because in Colorado, if you don't intervene and what this cop's doing, that's
as she should.
But what could she do?
As she should.
What could she do?
She could have pushed him. She could have. When we talked about the other argument about George Floyd, she could have done something.
That's what I'm
to
asking.
stop that. She could have.
And this is what I did.
Yeah.
But if she didn't see how he is on him, and he's gone at this moment,
right?
Is he still the police? No, you're a criminal now.
You're a criminal.
Right.
What are you gonna do to me?
Right.
And we roll by code.
That's right.
So are you willing to stick your neck out for someone else?
That's what, like we talk about it.
And again, are you willing to stick your neck out for someone else from whatever race? I was looking at biopic with Jesse Owens the other day.
Yeah.
And pretty much it was a situation where they were in Germany. He was running a race. There were 2 Jews on the U.S. team, and so in that spot, he said the 2 Jews, pretty much there was a situation with the Olympic committee,
Right.
that wanted to not allow the Jews to run,
Right.
for the sake of the situation. Hitler was in reign at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, well, listen, you guys are going to have to step out. You can't run. Jesse, you're going to have to step in their position and run and they was like, why? Because we're Jews. All right. Now, Jesse already dealing with who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
As a color, colored or a black man.
Yeah.
And so he steps out from what he has to deal with to help somebody else and say, nah, they came here to run this. I'm not doing this. I'm not running. I'm not doing anything else if they don't run.
Because
Because,
how it's
because
supposed to be.
yeah, because if I can stop somebody from going through what I'm dealing with, and that's our nature. If I can stop somebody from dealing with what I'm already dealing with,
Right.
half the battle is won right there. It's not at this moment. It's not about me. Even though I got hell going on in my life,
Right.
if I can save them from going through hell, half the battle is won.
So again, the question is,
That's what we do.
are y'all going to
That's
step
what
up?
we do.
Are they going to step up?
That's what we do.
That's
Are we
what
going
we
to have
do.
more Bryans to come?
And that's
Yeah.
crazy you talking about the Olympics, because guess what? That's happening right now, today. You got all these African American people that's in the Olympics right now, and they are having a hard time because of racism. They don't even want to do the events. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Harriet from Hartsville, South Carolina.
Yeah, brother Mike. Yeah.
He had a show the other day. I don't know if you've seen it, but I seen it on Instagram.
Okay.
It said, and he had the Olympic people.
Okay.
And it said, do America love us? Or do we love America? So now, or why our people, they say people, why our people are not excited to go participate in the Olympics and represent our company,
because we're not accepted. We're not accepted and appreciated in this country.
So why should we go run for it?
And it goes back when just matter of fact, we're talking about past and we're talking about present.
Right. Yeah.
Until then, again, they deal with the narrative and change the narrative. We'll continue to be in this evolving door.
Yeah.
Jesse, when he got back, he did not go to the White House.
Right.
For at least several years.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I don't even think he ended up going at all.
It was if he did, it was years after. Yeah.
And then even with that, they had at the ending of the movie, they had a moment where they were having a dinner for him. His coach from Ohio State and his wife, Jesse Owens' wife, his coach from Ohio State, his wife, they rode together to this nice big dinner, fancy dinner. When they approached the door, the bellhops guy, white, which is an older white guy, and says, "Hey, good evening. Unfortunately, he's going to have to go through the kitchen."
Man,
the coach
segregation.
Coach says, "Are you what? Where's your boss? I want to see your boss right now. You must be out of your mind. Do you know what this is?" "I do know it is, Mr. Owens. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but it's the rules."
Yeah.
So he said, "Nah, coach, I'm good."
Yeah.
Because again, the same America that you're representing
throws it right back in your face.
Throw it in your face.
But hold on now, and that's with segregation and integration, right?
Yep.
One more thing as we get into man, I got so much I want to get into. I don't know if I should just get into it, but I want y'all to listen to this.
Mrs. J.D. Marlin, and I think this is the most ridiculous thing that has ever happened.
She's talking about
The
integration.
Negroes are just as free as we are. They have the same opportunity to work and to build their part of the town up just the same as we have. I just don't understand it and don't approve of it. I'm going to stand up for my rights.
Thank you very much. Jim Knight with WALB Television News. We're soliciting the views of Albany people on the Civil Rights Bill. Would you like to give us your views?
Well, I think if they remain peaceful, it would be a lot better than perhaps the violence that would be concerned. Well, of course, being a Southerner, I'm not for it at all.
I see.
And, I just don't know how it's going to turn out. I hope we don't have any trouble.
We're soliciting opinions on the Civil Rights Bill. Would you like to give us yours?
I'm sorry, but I don't think it's the time right now. I think they have equal rights, though.
Thank you very much. Would you like to express your views?
No, I don't think so.
How about you?
Nope.
What I'd have to say wouldn't be fit to go on air.
Thank you very much.
I don't like it. I think they're just trying to put something on us that we don't want.
I see.
We ought to have a national election on it rather than just letting 9 men tell us what we got to do.
And how about you?
I feel the same.
Fine, thank you very much.
I sure don't like it, that's for sure.
I see. Do you feel this will have any effect on your life directly?
I imagine it will.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
afraid we might have niggers to live next door to us.
Thank you.
She said, "Go ahead, Dory. Go ahead."
Listen, I have to say this, and I mean this in all sincerity. I love what we do here on Real Talk 360. I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the invitation to be a part of the movement. But every single time we talk about this type of content, I'm almost traumatized.
Yeah.
It's so traumatic for me because the things that my people had to endure, man, and I'm trying to fight my emotions right now. It's so hard, the things that we had to overcome. And by nature,
right,
we are good people. We are good people by nature. And the fact that we had this, it wasn't even starting from behind the 8 ball. I mean, we started as slaves. We were kings, from kings to slaves, and kings and queens to slaves, to coming over to a place that to this day, to this very day, 2021, do not appreciate us for who we really are. Right. And that bothers me. And I'm constantly talking to my kids about it. How do you win in a place where you were designed to lose at every turn? At every turn. I don't care who you are. I don't care what education you went and got. I don't care what job you got. You were designed to lose on every turn. Every turn. Systematic. The system is designed for you to fail. I don't care what they give you. I don't care what stimulus check they send you. I don't care how much food stamps they give you because the coronavirus is out and we need to. Every system is for you to fail. Yeah. And why? Why? We are good people. Like Minister Farrakhan said, and I love him. I love him. And he said, when we wake up, when Black people wake up, this is the result that you get. We control. We have the ability, the innate ability to control everything. Right. To control everything. The gymnastics, the Olympics. We can control the Olympics. We can control the NBA, the NFL, the business. We can control everything. Right. But when we wake up and understand that we can.
And watch this. A lot of times they say it's going to be trouble. Trouble for who?
For who?
For I got one.
If they're not violent.
You know why it's going to be trouble?
Why?
Because you scared that the same thing you did to my people,
it's going to be done to you.
That's going to be done to you, but that's not even our nature.
Ain't in our nature. It ain't in our nature. And watch this. The only reason that some of us are like that is because of the trauma we've had to deal with.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now let me ask y'all a question, because I keep hearing y'all say our nature. Now, when y'all say that, you know what I think about? God put everybody in a certain type of situation. Do you think God aligned this up for us to endure this, to have a different ending?
I'm gonna ask you a question. And we got a preacher, we got a pastor here. If we would have stayed in Africa, what would our religion be? Would we have ever seen the Bible? Or would we have read the Quran? Or what would we have done?
Torah.
So why do you, when we get here, and I believe in God,
yeah.
Right?
Why do, when we get here, the same how you enslave us, but you also preach to the Bible and have us thinking that it's okay because we got to forgive.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, they always say, well, in the Bible, they say God plans, like your life is already set.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's life is, when you born to the womb till you die, your life is already set. What I'm saying is, all that we endure as Black people, has God set a certain limitation to us so we can override what's going on, but we not seeing the picture.
So it's going to take us 400 years?
What I'm saying,
and every time we get it, and that, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, are we overlooking what we supposed to really be doing? Or are we finally catching up to what God is saying we supposed to be doing to take over what we have been enduring the past 100-something years?
I understand what you're saying, and I see glimpse every day of us finally catching up to. Okay, now I understand what we're supposed to be doing, because you see it. Mm-hmm. You see it in certain things.
But why does it seem like when we catch up, like when we seen the George Floyd, right, and we seen the actions that was taken, but then we start getting hit with free money and free food?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it puts you back.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's an illusion.
And then we say, oh, they're not that bad. They really love us.
It's not an illusion. It's a setback.
Setback. Yeah.
Because it's real.
Yeah.
Now it's just if you don't see it or not. And man, I feel you. Mm-hmm. I feel you. And one time
I was just asking a question.
That was good, but it was good.
Stuff,
that was good. That was good. But one time, me and you had a conversation.
Right.
I said, well, I don't know who said it, but it take more than praying.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And every time when it's time for us to get a little, and I ain't gonna say violent, but a little aggressive, it seemed like somebody reeled me back in with the Bible.
For you to stay calm.
Yeah. But when do I have to stay calm all the time?
No.
You got to hit me in my chin. How many times you gonna hit me in my chin?
See, here's the thing, and I mean, you can take it how it is, but I'm calling it what it is.
All right.
When we look at the scriptures and when we look at, because it's a whole Bible, it's a whole content of opportunities for us to use in different situations and scenarios.
Yeah.
So again, it's not always for me to sit here and turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
There's a moment where I'm going to have to stand up and I'm gonna have to fight this war. Matter of fact, let me go back here, because again, we use New Testament, all that kind of stuff. Jesus avoided a lot of stuff because of the wisdom that he had, okay, because of the spirit that he had in order to walk and lead and guide, okay. Most of us don't have that. Most of us need instructions in order to be able to maneuver. So when I look at the book of Nehemiah, and we're talking about the outside, but we're also talking about the inside, because that's the problem that comes in when we know what we've gone through. And then now we start doing the things that's necessary in order for us to come out. And then you still got these individuals that ain't getting it.
Yeah.
That's going to cause us to be set back every time. Nehemiah, in the book of Nehemiah explains this. Nehemiah was not a prophet, nor was he a pastor. He was a civic leader. He was the cupbearer to the king at that time.
Okay.
All right. He saw his people in distress. I'm talking about all of them. He saw Jerusalem in distress. He said, listen, I want to go back home to where my fathers are buried, and I want to go back and I want to rebuild the city. The city was burned down. It was in ruins. It was in distress. Everybody, I'm talking about even from the preacher, was in distress.
Okay.
And so he goes, and the king says, I know your heart, man. I've seen you. I've watched you. He said, you don't look like yourself. When he asked him the question, he said, this is what I want to do. He said, how long is it going to take you to do it? All right, well, you go ahead and come back. He goes, he starts to, matter of fact, before he even gets the initiative to start even putting up anything, before he even go to evaluate, an honest evaluation, because that's what we're going to have to constantly. We've been having an honest evaluation for how long?
Yes.
Hundreds of years.
He goes and he evaluates. Before he even get there, he gets permission from the king to go and rebuild the place. Sanballat, Tobias, and Geshem. These are three individuals that the Bible in detail reads and talks about. They got mad. They got angry. He got in distress because they was about to rebuild the city. They're in the same camp, in the same city. And you get mad because I'm coming to try to do something that's going to help all of us.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's one. He gets permission. They heard about the permission. Now they mad. He ain't even started working yet. He goes, he evaluates the situation. The king sends with him security, protection. He says, I'm going to send these guards with you just so you be good. Sends it with him. He goes. When he gets to the place, he then starts evaluating the situation. Then they start talking again, because now all of a sudden people start coming that he wasn't thinking was going to come. Families started coming and start putting stuff together, start rebuilding this, start putting the sheep gate up, start working on this and connecting these bolts and tighten it up. And it says that the breach and the gap started closing in. When it started closing in, they still mad. They talking about what they doing that for. They doing this so they can fall down again.
Yeah.
Come on.
They're gonna burn it back down.
They're gonna burn it back down. The people within. I'm talking about the bias within. They already know that the plan has already been set up for us to continue to be segregated ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So they already know that. That's why they can sit back and look and allow us to continue to do what we're doing.
That's good stuff.
Okay. And again, when I say them, I'm talking about those that are in the systematic mindset of the control of the destruction of our people. I'm not talking about just white people in general. Because there are individuals that, if it had not been for white individuals to step up and say, all right, Dr. King, we're gonna do what y'all, what's up? What y'all gonna do?
Right.
We ain't having this. We're gonna die with y'all.
Right. Right.
Understand? So again, even when I look at, again, I'm a more Malcolm fan, not because of my red hair, but my enemies.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you back to a place. I'm trying to remember the first day I ever entered a penitentiary cafeteria room. I walk in. Now this is for our people. When you talk about segregated amongst ourselves,
right?
I walk into the penitentiary. It's like I got my tray. I walk in. I see white people on this side. You know what I'm saying? I seen the Mexicans in the back. I saw what they call others back there that just wasn't a part of nothing. I don't care what color you're in. And I seen the black people on this side. I'm a black man. These are my black people. But in this side, I have Bloods. I have Crips. I have GDs. I have Vice Lords. I got people that's from their neighborhood. They form something. You know what I'm saying? People from my neighborhood. So even though we all together,
still
we segregated, and we in the what they call the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
We right back at slavery.
Yeah.
And we still ain't together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When something happened, if they had to ride against us, all of them coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of them coming might go to one group. Oh, but we're not together because we divided.
Yeah.
So what do you, I'm going to beat you. And then when it comes to that, I'm going to beat you. And when it comes to another race, I'm going to beat you too. Why?
Yeah.
Because y'all couldn't ride together.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Ain't it crazy how
Herein lies.
Ain't it crazy how the enemy or the devil himself has more unity within his camp than
Yeah.
the people that's supposed to
Yeah.
be chosen of God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
we so I think this is, I mean, we keep saying it, we keep speaking it. Hope, positively, we'll be able to do it, to come together, to wake up, because we're having these honest conversations.
Yeah.
We're having these honest evaluations that have been done for hundreds. And when we look at this, even when we look at what we're talking about with segregation and integration,
yeah,
I'm excited about this. I want to go a little deeper in this.
I got
How long ago was that?
That was, well, in Mississippi, they said 1960. So, but it goes back to after 18, all this started with them Jim Crow started, and I'm going to get to that. But I want to read y'all the definition of segregation.
Go ahead.
Segregation, the action, state of setting someone or something apart from other people or things, or being set apart. That means segregation to us is that we can't eat with the other race. We can't go in the same restaurant with them because they're so better than us. Well, we was taught to think they're so better than us that we shouldn't be in the same restaurant as you. But if I'm in the same restaurant as you, when I read to y'all earlier, the partition have to be 7 foot tall
from the
floor.
floor.
So they can't see us.
Right.
But a regular door height is 6'6". I knew that because Michael Jordan was 6'6".
Come on, Chief.
But it's 6'6". So you had to go higher so you make sure you don't see that no black people over there eating, because they're not supposed to be in here with you.
Yeah.
In church too.
You know what I'm saying? And
so that's in the Jim Crow stage.
Yeah.
And remember when our people were having church with them, they sat in the balcony.
Yeah.
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 So it passed down differently.
Yeah.
It adjusted. Again, I'm gonna still keep playing you.
Yeah. Right.
I'm just
right.
gonna adjust a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can move here.
Yeah.
I just wish I could go back into time, because I just want to figure out who figured out, like, okay, black people, this is where y'all need to go.
Willie Lynch.
Willie.
Like, so my thing is in his mind, that sometimes I just want to get in people's mind and just try to figure out what they think.
You can't.
Right.
Jory, take him there with Willie Lynch.
You can't.
He planted the seed.
Tell
The
him what
seed.
Willie
He
Lynch.
planted. Go ahead, Will.
No, he planted the seed.
Yeah.
All they did was took what
Followed it.
Yeah. And so he just said, these are the simple factors that you need to use in order to keep a nigger in his place.
Yeah.
Or in their place. Let me first go ahead and traumatize them first.
And it's present today. It's present today.
present.
If
Still
you can
doing it.
pit the dark skinned black against the light skinned black,
Right.
the dark skinned woman against the light skinned woman, the woman with the natural hair, the woman with the good hair. If you can pit them together, this thing, I promise you, this thing will last for 400 years.
more.
And you see it today.
Yeah.
All right. Matter of fact, let me kill their husbands in front of them and video it.
Yeah.
Castrate them in front of them.
Castrate them.
Take their manhood
Yeah.
from them. Let me not give him a job.
Yeah.
Let me give you the job, but I ain't gonna give him the job.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Tyler Perry movie, I love it and hate it at the same time. Family That Prays Together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Family That Prays.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You remember
You could not be a William Cartwright.
Yeah. Yeah,
How
you
think
would
that
never
brother
be.
fell weak?
You could
Yeah.
never be.
I hated that.
And
I
across
hated
the counter she
that
went.
part.
Shoot.
Boy, look at
I wanted to get in there.
bro. Yo,
What you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Yeah, she played that good, didn't she?
Oh yeah,
she
oh
played
yeah,
good now.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
she played.
I almost fell out of love with her.
Yeah, me too. That was my boo. That was my boo for a minute. I was mad at her for a couple of
She
little
wasn't that
while.
wrong.
But I got over it.
She wasn't that wrong.
But you know what gets me though? Into every veteran out there, I mean disrespect. I mean no disrespect.
Absolutely.
But we had to fight in war. So I had to fight you to go to war to fight for your country, which my people, I know our people's, we want to protect our people too.
Right.
But I got to fight you to give my life to your country.
And but again, one of the some of the good that came out of that, it opened the eyes of those that we fought with.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You bleed just like I bleed.
Yeah.
Oh, you like music too?
Yeah.
Oh, you really ain't that bad, huh? And then if they survived and came out the war, they had a bond. They became, you know what I'm saying?
Just like that movie, that football movie.
Remember the Titans.
But what happened when you got back home?
Got back to reality.
Got back to reality.
But I read something the other day, right? And I can't stick to the script, man.
No, don't go ahead.
I tried to, but I can't stick to the script.
Go ahead.
This ain't only one episode. There's more.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Abe Lincoln, right? We think he set us free.
Right.
And we good. You know what I'm saying? Even though it took 2 years for everybody to know.
Yeah.
But you didn't set us free because you felt in your heart that my people needed to be free.
Yeah.
Come on, what
You
the
set us
benefits
free
were?
because you needed my people, not free people, to help you fight that war.
They
Come
need
on.
it.
For
That's what you
benefits.
needed.
What was your benefits out of it?
Yeah.
The benefits they said they gave you 40 acres and a mule.
That's what they said.
But did we get it? Oh yeah, some people got it for
Some
6
people
months.
got it 6 months.
But they took it back.
Took it back.
Took the mule back too.
So I'll give you something, but I'll take it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave it to us, but the president after that took it back.
Smoke and mirrors.
Just like that in the 15th Amendment. The 15th Amendment said that black people had the right to vote. But under the Reconstruction of the South,
They reconstructed it.
they took it back.
Yeah.
Right. And then this time, when we do fight for the opportunity to actually do it,
Why?
go ahead.
Why did they take it back though?
Because if black people started voting, putting people in positions
Yeah.
to change things,
The first time they got a chance to vote, they sent black people to
they sent two black people.
They sent
this,
two.
This how they got this how and the dude was it. Shouts out to Bob Moses and all them,
Yeah.
Mega Evers and all
Yeah.
them. They sent two black people
Yeah.
and they sent the white guy.
Yeah.
So they said the black people would vote for the black person and the white person that believed in what they believed in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was a good thing because he believed in what believed in. And I'm sorry I can't remember the man's name all year. But okay, so y'all got that together. We're gonna get y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this thing called literacy test.
Yep.
You got to pass this test
Yeah.
before you vote.
Right.
So that mean, and some examples was that now, and y'all going some examples was that is my man said they had a cigar box.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you pick out the cigar box, this part of the Constitution, and you have to
Read it.
recite that.
Word for word. Word for word. There's always a trick, man.
To a person that you want him to read that just 50 years ago or 75 years ago, I'll kill you if I caught you reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if I did give you a school or let you have a school,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of material you got?
Yeah. I want to say that too.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get to tell y'all, you know, I drove the last time I seen y'all, I drove America. How long America is, I drove that many miles. Y'all think I'm for real.
Been riding, Chief.
So Dory, I don't know, I called you. Yeah, I called you. And I had a passenger on the back, right? And I said, yo, we're gonna be talking about integration and segregation.
Right.
And he said, what y'all talking about? What you talking about? What you got a class or something? I said, no, I do a podcast. White fellow, right? He said, you talking about integration and segregation? He said, yeah. I said, yeah. He said, yo, I'm gonna tell you a story. He told me the man name here in South Carolina. He said, black man, he said, will it be good for your the integrate schools, will it be good for black people or will it be bad for black people? And in my mind, I'm thinking, like everybody probably was thinking, it might be good. He said, no. He said, your people might be 200 years behind in education than the white students that are being there. So, you know, I'm driving and I did like this. Oh, shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
that's it.
I'm thinking, I'm going back to those days thinking now, I want to try to put my kids in the best situation to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now we caught up a little bit. Still have to get on my son by reading.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Me too.
But just you thinking like the first student that came to the high school. You know what I'm saying? Even though for him to go that far with education, you know, to want to be in that school, he might be probably pretty smart.
Right.
But just to be smart and try to learn around 100 white people. Around 25 white students that their parents didn't taught them.
Right.
Right.
You are less.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to even be on the same stage as me.
Yeah.
Right.
And still learn.
That's a lot to ask.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I think I'm gonna be. I've been at this point for a while. Again, I had a shouts out to Wilson High School that has been able to overcome their portion of attempting to, you know, remove that. Unfortunately, I'm from Hartsville, South Carolina, but the high school did not have that opportunity.
Right. Or Mayo.
At Mayo. And I had a chance before my uncle passed. He was a teacher there. And we were having this conversation. This was probably at a cookout. He said that was the worst thing we could ever did. Now, I always used to say in my hand, I'm not saying you can't learn from anybody. I just feel like can't nobody teach us like us.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Hartsville High School, graduated there. I had a situation at the time, and I said, you know, because again it was majority white. I mean, definitely was a good mix. But you know, again, you know, when you saw certain sports, I didn't get into golf until I went to Benedict because to a certain degree it was off limits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing that we really played was
On the golf course.
football, basketball,
Mm-hmm.
And track.
and watch this. And you probably had one or two on baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And track. Soccer, no soccer at all. You probably had one. I remember one that time, and he played football too.
Gotcha.
So he just wanted to do something just to do it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So again, my thing was I wanted to get the black quote unquote experience. And so when I look at my parents that went to Butler High, went to these schools, and I'm looking at them, and they, you know, they're telling me things, you know, because again, when you're a kid, you think you know everything. What you know? How you know this, mom? What you know this, dad? How you know?
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother, who again we talking about, probably stopped at 10th grade or something like 11th grade, because that's where it was at the time. Could write in cursive perfectly, and also have her grammar correctly.
Right.
Would correct me.
Right.
And I'm saying like, but you grew up in a time when we weren't supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, at that time, I just felt something about our people that they were able to take what they had.
Yeah.
Pour it into us to push us to be better. So when you separate that empowerment, and now the images that I used to see, I don't see anymore.
Yeah.
I see all of these other white images.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you manipulate me while I'm in, you know, this integrated, you know what I'm saying, the system that we have now. I go to the guidance counselor, the white guidance counselor, and he tell me, oh yeah, you're not going to be able to go to a 4-year college.
Yeah.
You know, you might need to do something with trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking trade at all, definitely at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just saying, well, I want to go to college. I want to go to a 4-year college.
Right.
You know, that's I got aunts that went to State, Benedict, all that. I want to do that. Well, you're not going to be able to do that. Well, lo and behold, I did that. Came back several years after that. That same guidance counselor became a principal. Hey, how you doing, sir? Hey, how are you? What are you doing? What are you up now? Yeah, I'm about to graduate. Graduate from Benedict college. Yeah. President of my class and all that. Yeah, I just came to see. So again, I just think that segregation, integration hurt us to a degree. Now, again, we're talking about the same opportunities. From what I'm told by my people is that they were getting the last edition, previous editions
of
books. So it wasn't equal. So no matter, I heard them comments, well, they just got same equal rights as we got.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
No.
We wouldn't get in the latest update. We wouldn't get this. So I don't think, we've been able to get through it.
Yeah.
But I don't think, again, that 200 years they said, I think we still kind of was far behind on that.
So let me
I never thought about it that way.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask y'all a question. So
200 years.
I moved down here from New Jersey in the 6th grade. I went to Leicester Elementary. So I sit in class and I start doing this work. And I said, wait a minute here. I did this work when I was in the 3rd grade up north. So so when I'm in the 6th grade, I'm sitting there for the whole year like, bruh, I go home to my grandma because my mom moved me down here when I was in the 6th grade. She stayed up there with my dad. So they moved. They was eventually gonna move down here. So they said, we want you to go ahead down there and start schooling. So I'm sitting in class and I'm looking at this work. I'm like, bruh, I done did this in the 3rd, 4th grade. I'm in the 6th grade. So the mentality I'm saying, it stayed here longer than up north. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It was always here.
Yeah.
It was always here.
Yeah.
But up north was kind of free.
Yeah. It was always here.
Yeah. So that's another setback. You got northern. That's why you got some northerners. They come down here and they be like, y'all behind in time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know why? Because like you said,
you in the South.
In the South, they was set back in their ways.
Yeah.
And they was going to do everything that they could to keep it that way.
Right.
I got one more thing. I came down here. I came back because we moved, but I came back the end of the school year in the 6th grade. And where I was never no great student, but I passed. I probably had all C's or something.
Mm-hmm.
But the teacher told me that if you'd have went here all year, I would have failed you.
Wow.
That's what they said?
Yeah, that's what the teacher told me.
If you would have went here
all year, he would have failed me. He would have failed me.
What was it?
Now, South Carolina just changed their grading system, right?
Yes.
And I don't know if this was it right here. I don't know if maybe he didn't like me or something like that, because I always spoke my mind.
Probably, yeah, he didn't like you.
Oh, yeah.
But while other people in other states were passing with the grade system was, a C, a B here might be a C there, a B, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were passing. But in the South, they kept you down. They just changed the grading system a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
2 years
ago.
So all those people that barely made it, because barely making it still make it.
Oh, yeah.
Or barely did not make it. What do you do? Do you go back? Because most of them was our people, right?
Right.
Yeah, oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So now you tell them they could have made it, but now they didn't make it. So if they took what you told them and lived their life that way, you see why a lot of people had to stone.
It's all systematic though. It's all systematic because if I change the grading system, right? So colleges have to, and shout out to you, right? Because that's why I picked Benedict College myself, because I wanted to be taught by me. I wanted. So colleges, and I could be wrong, but they have a certain amount of us that they have to let in. So if they change the grading system, right, and I was barely making it, and they give now, I can't even fill out a college application, right? Because I have a principal. Well, you should go to trade school, and I don't know,
right.
So that's one way of limiting education. Because I always tell my kids, I don't knock anybody that's entrepreneurs. I love them. I love it. I don't knock anybody that went to trade school. But I celebrate my degree as well, my degrees as well, because it allows me in the industry that I choose to be in, it allows me a seat at the table.
Yeah.
It allows me, because I was taught at Benedict,
voice.
if I can just get to the table,
come on,
I can get the job.
I get the job.
But if I don't got what it takes to get to the table,
right,
then I'm stuck outside because I didn't go to trade school.
Exactly.
And I'm not an entrepreneur. So I needed what I needed to have to get to the table. But if I'm controlling the system and I know you need this to get to the table and I can curve you from the table, then that's another way of controlling you.
Absolutely.
And at every turn, when we try to take 2 steps forward, there's a system designed to push you right back.
Right.
And for the life of me, I cannot figure this thing out.
Here's the thing. Oh man, they figured out how to get past that one. Oh, we got to figure out a way to create that.
I want to tell you, I want to read to you, right? Since we're talking about education right here, a Jim Crow law from education, right? Education. It said, separate free schools shall be established for the education of children of African descent. And it shall be unlawful for any colored child to attend any white schools or any white child to attend a colored school. Textbooks, as we were talking about. Books shall not be interchangeable between white and colored schools, but shall continue to be used by the race first using them.
See, oh wow.
Take that one.
Wow. Think about it. That's official right there. That's official documents.
This is from the law. Yeah. Libraries. The state librarian is directed to fit up and maintain a separate place for the use of colored people who may come to the library for the purpose of reading books and periodicals. So you know that book. Man, whatever. You know that book, man. You know that book. We couldn't ride on the same bus as you.
And if we did, it was separated. You sit in the back.
Buses. Now, I'm going to go back to buses. Systematic go down. You know, and I'm a part of it too. When the bus came, where do we go?
To the back.
Where you want to sit?
Straight to the back.
We want to sit in the back.
Want to play.
Well, Rosa Parks went to jail for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
They sent in at the bus stations for you so you could choose anywhere you want to. You had to sit in the back then, but you still want to sit in the back now when so many people gave their lives.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the front.
This woman wanted to sit down. Not because I don't know if her feet was hurting that day, right?
Yeah, she said my feet hurt.
Tired,
I'm not going to the back of the bus today. I'm not
I don't
going
feel
to
like
that.
going back there.
I'm not.
You better go on back there.
They ain't know what to do when she sat out on the front. They ain't know what to do. They ain't know what to do. She threw everything off.
And what did you think? The our people in the back, what do you think they thought? Oh, Lord.
I couldn't have been on the bus. I'm going to the front too. That's what I was saying. I'm going to.
You going, Rosa?
I'm going to.
Now,
Come on, get
you ain't never had a dog sitting on you.
Oh, no.
Right.
You ain't never had a water hose blowing on you. You ain't never had your actions could kill your whole family. Remember, Mississippi, there was lynching. They come to your house at night.
Right.
Just because you couldn't look at a white lady.
In a tail.
Or we're going to lynch you. You try to learn. Learn something and teach your people. Just because you went for the army, you went to the army and fought to the army with the army, came back and tried to make changes, like Medgar Evers.
Right.
Yeah.
Try to make changes.
Try to make changes. Fought for this country.
Get a voting law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to kill you in your driveway.
In your driveway.
But you know,
go ahead. No.
But the significance of getting killed in your driveway, don't you? Gangsters, monsters do that. Leaving your driveway so your family can see, so everybody can see. You know not to mess with us. That's gangster, man. That's just like castrating you. I want everybody to see that.
And I'll make it where I get off.
Yeah.
If they catch me.
You know why? Because the police came over. There was 4 people. They call them freedom riders. I don't know if you ever heard the story. I think 3 of them was white, but it was some white people, right? Killed them right when they got to. Bob Moses said they told you when you came down here, you might die. You're going to get beat up.
Right.
You might go to jail. You might lose your life just fighting for freedom. So don't be scared to lose your life because you might not lose it today. You might lose it for this cause, but you might lose it for nothing tomorrow.
When I heard that last night, right? He said that when I listened to that last night, he said it, right? He said it like just Jamel just said, "Hey, I need you to make sure that you understand what you're signing up for."
Yeah.
Right. And then the 3 people came, right? And then they got killed instantly.
Instantly.
So he had to go back, right? I need to reiterate this to you. Like what you're about to do, you could lose your life. I need you to understand that this is how serious this is. For trying to get people of color to be able to vote.
Yeah.
To vote.
Vote, man.
To vote. Not take your house, not take your car, not come in and harm your family, just to vote.
Yeah.
Because we don't want any trouble. But trouble, who gonna
violence,
cause
violence.
the trouble? Who causing the violence?
We just want to vote.
Why should I let you vote?
What do you mean?
Why should I let you vote? If you vote,
I
you
have
gonna
a right.
change. You gonna change. How you have a right and you 3/4 of a man, as Dory say?
They told me I have the right. I'm a American citizen. They told me that I can be anything that I want to be. It's my rights and my freedom.
You believe that? You believe that?
Yes, I believe that.
Okay.
That's what you told me.
When the last time we seen William? When the last time we seen William?
Yeah.
And that's not. I'm to people.
So
that's how it was.
Talking to my brother right here.
That's how it was.
Just, I'm just.
That's exactly how it was.
That's how it was, man.
Why give you the right to vote? And the lady clearly said,
changes things.
The lady clearly said, if hell, there might be niggers stand next door to me.
That might change Do you remember? That's where it was. Wilmington, North Carolina.
Bring it to us.
Wilmington, North Carolina. They were very, very active. They were almost full. I'm talking about of black legislators.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You heard about that?
I've heard that.
Let me pull that up. Why y'all talking? Because I want to go to that point about what is it going to do, you voting and what is it going to help, and the crazy thing is why during segregation we had our own businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Come on. How you
During
Come
segregation, we had owners of hotels, we had owners of taxi cab places, restaurants, cleaners.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa. I mean, and again, Tulsa was the Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about on your street.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, here in Florence. I'm talking about right in Hartsville, Darlington. There was areas on our across the tracks that we had our own. We had our own schools. I mean, we had our own.
Right.
And was thriving.
Right.
Thriving.
Right.
So the communities that we know now that were established then, they were they didn't look like what it looks like now because people cared about what they had. They took care of what they had.
Right.
They weren't concerned about. Every now and then they'll go downtown. Every now and then when they look through the catalog, because if it was something that they wanted, that
Not
they
the
really
catalog.
wanted. That catalog. Come on, JC Penney.
Come
on, grandma. Come on, grandma.
Keep going, though.
Come on. And if you wanted to get something major, I'm gonna go down. We're gonna go downtown, uptown on Saturday. We'll go down to uptown on Saturday because I just need to stop by there, go in and out. I ain't gonna stay down there all day, just go in and out.
Yeah.
And when I get by, we're gonna stop by Joseph's or we're gonna stop by Mr. What you call it shop, and we're gonna get some food there. I'm gonna go by and get some fish at the fish house.
Yeah.
So again, when we come to integration, where all the businesses are.
Yeah. And why? Why do we, and between our people, why do we feel that we got to go to that store and he charges us more to get that from them, but you can go in your own neighborhood and you're gonna beat this man up over his price?
Yeah.
Over his price.
Yeah.
You should give it to me less than that. They charging such a, you should give me cheap. Nah.
We are own
I
worst
gotta
enemy.
eat too.
We are
Gotta
own
eat
worst
too.
enemy.
Hey, Drew, let's go back for a minute, Drew. Remember you were saying about segregation, how things turn around. They call it gentrification now. Let's go back downtown in Florence. Man, when you come down Evans Street, right? You used to come down, you got Cosmos, you got little African shops here, you can get your braids done. And that whole street to that little L that go all the way to Thompson's Barbershop
was Black Drive.
Yours and mine's was down there.
You could get a pair of shoes.
Yep.
Flavor in your mouth.
An outfit. If you want gold teeth, you can get gold teeth. You could get tucks on the side. You get a tux right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can get everything right there.
Everything
Royal
you
Knights.
needed right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
The little grocery store on the right.
Grocery
He might not
store.
have much in there, but he had something in there.
Tommy's Quick Mart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Will and them gonna cut your hair at Thompson.
Mhm.
You could also get a trade at Thompson's Barbershop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
All that was right there.
Yeah.
Only thing you see there now is Thompson's Barber School because he stays strong. Shouts out to Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, cuz. Shout out to cuz.
I can name 2 people right now, my friends
pastor
that
there.
went to that school. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm a
Let me get your Pastor
He
Thompson.
said, well, God bless the day. My granddad, he said, I'm a Thompson man. That's what
Yeah, and his shop and his school is the only thing that I can remember that's still there. Swole was still there.
Yeah.
I can remember Swole.
Shout out.
Rest in peace to Swole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember his shop was still. I still see it on the mirror when I walk. But I don't know if it's open now. But that was still there.
Yeah.
Even downtown Darlington. And downtown Darlington, they had something they used to call a back lot. I know every Friday you going there. My grandma, not my grandma didn't want to go. I probably with my uncle or something. You know what I'm saying? They had the back lot. But it was a gathering for a lot of black people.
Yeah.
You know, there's some dancing going on. You know, there's some food. There's gonna be some drinking. The barbershop is right here. You know, Larry's is around the corner.
Yeah. Now let me talk about something that's crazy right now. Now I work in an establishment right now where I do security at nighttime. They never had security ever. It's a bar, local bar. Okay, this is how it works. From 11 to 6, it's the white folks. They don't have to pay a dime. They just walk in there.
They're right there now.
Do what they do. White bar. They got the white bartenders, the whole white staff. After 7 o'clock, the white staff, they switch it out. All black.
I just noticed that. The
Now,
staff changed.
It's the staff changes at 7. All blacks. Then they put somebody at the door and charge you.
$20.
During the daytime, the white people getting free. At nights, when they see that the black people comes at night, they took over, they make you pay.
And it be packed.
And it be slam packed. But our minds,
we miss it.
We miss it.
I miss it, Drew. I never knew the staff
I
changed.
sit there and watch. I see the change every day. I sit there and watch how they convert every day.
I didn't even pay that no attention.
But the owners, which is white, they saw what happened.
Oh yeah.
They don't even come in the bar no more.
Cash cow.
They have a manager that runs everything. They watch on the cameras, and they seen the converse. They seen how the black people took over at night. They brought a black DJ in. They blame black DJs in at night. They charge you. But during the daytime, the white people don't pay a thing.
And it's been like that. We charge. Who's in the club business? And I always say, yo, you should never charge an admission.
They charging last night. I'm sitting by the door. They charging people.
Don't tell all that business. You might not have a job there no more.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right.
It's real talk 360.
Because
Because guess what? One thing about me, I don't need that. I do it because it's just it's job change. I'm good. So if it is,
don't call the name of the business.
But I'm not gonna call the name of the business. But I just see how we so small minded. We not even paying that no attention.
Yeah.
Right.
And they making bank off us.
Cash, bank.
And you know what? And you know what they doing? They like, you know what? Go ahead and charge them at the door. We're gonna pay the people. We're gonna pay the black bartenders. We're gonna pay the security from the door. That money at the bar, that's ours.
Which is the most profitable.
Which most profitable. They sit there and they charge you at the door to pay the staff. That door money that's just to
pay the staff.
Just pay the staff.
Yeah, because all the money come off liquor.
Because all the money come off liquor and food.
Y'all can get drunk.
Yeah.
The same thing I put in your community. So you can see the illusion.
Yeah.
So they say, you know what? Okay, we got black folk at night. Okay, this is what we need to do. We need to hire security now. We never have security. And why we need security at the bar? This is a bar. We just go eat wings. But they see us in there. Now they want security.
Cause why?
You know what? So now you know what?
Violence.
Yeah. So now
animals.
So now it's packed out with black people. Oh, you know what? We need to get black bartenders now to serve them.
I want you to stay safe, okay? You stay from 11 to 6.
Serve their own time.
I seen that whole place convert in 2 months.
In a day. Every day.
I
Every
seen
day.
it.
Yeah.
Do y'all hear that?
And
If y'all listen to if you're listening, I don't care if you're listening days from now. If that doesn't make you think, if that doesn't make you change, then you are the problem.
You are the problem. The problem is you.
The problem is you. And again, we can have our own. And I love having a good time. Again, I don't like no foolishness. You know, I don't have the drink to have a good time. I'm a preacher too, but at the end of the day, on first Sundays, I get my wine in. But anyway, that's communion. but I'm saying though, you know, why can't we have? I mean, we've had it, but it always get taken away, always get destroyed. Don't know how to take care of stuff. Don't know how to. So you are the problem if you don't sit there and pretty much put that money back into our community, to our people. Because again, if you got somebody that's really a great business owner, then they're going to do what's necessary to make sure our community is taken care of. They're going to give back.
Yeah.
So
and that money going to the other community.
Oh, that's going over there, and they stand there.
Yeah.
Stand.
That's why it's still so nice out there.
Stand.
Yeah. Because if you want to go there too.
Yeah.
Because that money, how long was staying in that community?
It just left
6 hours.
Before you even said something, it just left.
Yeah, not too long. But that stayed over there. They said the money stayed in the. I mean, they're talking about the Jewish community. The money stay $1 stay in the Jewish community 2 weeks.
2 weeks, dog.
We don't even get a day.
A day. Don't even get half a day.
You get that check, you come home.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Like people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
You trying to catch up on stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But that person that the tired man that you owe $25 to, you ain't gonna pay him.
He ain't gonna get it.
He ain't gonna get his money.
He's still waiting on
He's still waiting on.
Yeah.
And he see you doing
see you
everything.
riding past him.
He see you on Facebook going to Florida. Eating steak and shrimp like that, but I can't get my 25.
And hey yo, you don't even go by his shop no more. You take the other way around. And you gotta use more gas.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's it. But they ain't ready for that. They ain't ready to hear that. They ready to talk about that. They ready to talk about that. But listen, this was in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay.
November 10th, 1898. This is 1898. White supremacists murdered African Americans in Wilmington and to depose the elected Reconstruction era government in Coptic. So they had a lease, and it was covered. I'm talking about covered. So they went in. Pretty much, there was a newspaper, a black newspaper owner, black owned, and they put the article out about pretty much the reconstruction of the era and how many elected officials that they were going to have. Like, they were booming. Businesses were booming because of these black elected officials. And armed white mob met at a armory here and marched 6 blocks and burned Office of Daily Record. Black-owned newspaper. Violence left untold. Numbers of African Americans dead. Led to overthrow of city government and installation of Cope leader as mayor. Was a part of the statewide political campaign based on calls for white supremacists and the exploitation of racial prejudice. I was in Wilmington, North Carolina. That story just arose probably about a couple of years, about a year or two ago, 2 years ago.
So help me understand this, right? So back then, even today, right? If you don't like something, you can go overthrow, kill, and burn it down.
You can go to Washington. And you can take over the Capitol.
You can take over, you can do what you want. And we have to hold hands and sing and march and
peacefully
and pray and we had a caller on here and said, Lucky said, nothing can be solved with peaceful protest. That's what Lucky said.
That's what Lucky said.
Why do we have to do that though? Why is that our path? Why is that our path? Lucky said it's Christianity, and I wanted you to expand on that because he said Christianity is the reason why we get what we get.
I definitely can concur. I mean, again, my grandmother used to always tell me this. She was a saved woman, Holy Ghost filled woman. She used to say, son, there are words behind the words. Words behind the words.
Explain that to people.
So you just can't look. You can't just look at just what the text is given to you,
Right.
and what you see. There's words behind the words. So you got to get deeper in that. You got to get revelation to that, because again, when you're talking about different translations, I don't care how you believe it. There's something before that. Again, when you study and if you take, it's only 66 Bibles in the King James Bible, but you do know that there are more books than that. And again, you said if we were still in Africa, what would we be reading? We'll be reading the Torah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Again, which is a hidden book at this moment. Definitely has parcels from that Old Testament scriptures that we have in the King James, because King James, the king at that time of England, sent some translators out to get and to gather from those that were in. Even if you look in the scripture, when you start talking about, oh, it's not but white, definitely we know in the Old Testament they're black. I mean, from where they're from. But even in the New Testament, it speaks of an intellectual Ethiopian that many people don't talk about. It's intellectual Ethiopian that had the scroll himself, who could read the scroll, but also was a finance major. He knew how to handle business. He knew how to handle money. And he bumps into what we may consider to be one of these Greek philosophers, and he begins to explain to him. He only just tells him about the Messiah. Now, again, if we want to explain who the true Messiah is, that's why I have to go back. If you're gonna read it, there's word behind the words, and you got to learn how to connect the scriptures. If we go in Revelation talk about this Messiah, this Jesus that we know, whose hair was like wool, whose feet were like brass, whose eyes were like flaming fire. I mean, if that don't look like a black man to me, I don't know who you talking about. And then again, if you understand where he's from. So again, we can't allow, again, what people present to us and give it. If we go anywhere else in the world, the only picture that we see of a Caucasian white Jesus is only in America. That been sitting in your grandma's house on that big Bible, on the front of that big white Bible, on the kitchen table. She even had white Jesus on the wall. Yeah. I can't hear nobody talk. Yeah. Beside Dr. King and JFK.
That's right. And my grandma's house.
Can I take you somewhere?
Come on, take me.
I want to go somewhere.
Come on.
And I want to take you to good times.
Ooh, that's right. I love it.
I remember what you're about to say.
I want to take you
JJ.
When JJ painted that black Jesus.
Right.
And you remember, we all saw white Jesus on Florida wall.
On the wall.
No, Michael. Remember, Michael took down and put black Jesus up there. And Florida came around that corner.
And lost
her mind.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Well, you should have played that.
Lost it.
Going there.
But you know what Michael said? That looked like Ned.
right.
What color was Ned?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Ned was black. Come on, man. That's the description there.
Yeah.
And again, watch this now. Who fighting for who? What Jesus we talking about?
Yeah.
What Jesus fighting for?
Supposed to be fighting for everybody, right? That's what we was taught. He's fighting for everybody.
What Jesus is fighting for the poor? What Jesus is fighting for the ones that are voiceless? So again, which Jesus we talking about?
That's good.
That's all I'm trying. That's all I'm asking. Again, why? Who hung him? And what did they hang him on?
Yeah,
a cross that represents a tree, right?
Yeah,
that's a lynching, ain't it?
Yeah. Same thing that he used years and years.
Hung him high.
Yeah.
Stretch him wide. They hung a lot of us high, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
On a tree.
And that was the way they did Jesus. That was a castration, man. It could be a castration.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was so. And now watch this. Now when we look at it, when you look at that image, but let's look at if you look at them, we're looking at the image of Jesus, the Messiah.
Man, I know. I got you. Go ahead.
But let's start looking at other images that some have caught on camera of you castrating and burning our black men and black women, gutting out women's babies out of their belly and hanging them from trees. If you want an image now, if you want to talk about, if we want to make this about,
that's where I want to go.
Race. If we want to go there now, come on, man. So you talking about those images that we have of him. But we are the chosen people, man.
To Drew's question.
So that's why. So again, the first shall be last.
That's right.
Right.
That's what his
And
question
the last
was.
Should be first.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now's the time.
There's your answer.
For my people to wake up. And again, like I said, it's the system. The system of Satan.
But but a lot of this
system, brother.
It's always a system.
It's always a system.
Always.
But the system, watch this. But the system had to change when he came.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you got a brother or somebody that come in and say, "Hold on, let me show you a better way."
Mm-hmm.
Like Malcolm.
He had to get rid of him, man.
One man shouldn't have this much power.
Yeah.
That's too much power.
Yeah.
One man.
Yeah.
But I love what Malcolm said. I said this the other day. Malcolm said, "You remember that part where the white girl comes up, white lady comes up, then when he's at the university speaking before he walks in, and she said, I'm just so excited about your movement. I want to know what I can do. What can I do to help your people? What can I do?" Malcolm said, "Nothing. We must first help ourselves before we can allow anyone else to help us."
Yeah.
We must first help
can't do
ourselves.
And I hear people say that, right? It's just like I hear people say that, and every time something happened to a cop killed a black kid, a black person, there's always gonna be the person that said we got to help ourselves too. At that time in my mind, I was thinking, but we're not on that right now. We want justice for this person, but I got to help. But if you take it back, we got to help ourselves.
Got to help ourselves.
Yeah.
We got to be tight right there, so this won't happen.
We got to stop. Like again, we can protest. We can do it. And watch this. People have protested for black on black crimes. So I don't care what nobody says. There have been some people that have attempted to do it, but ain't nobody showed up.
Right.
You had a few people that show up to say enough is enough.
Right.
I even said when we're gonna have a sit down. We ain't got to post nothing on Facebook. We ain't got to go live. When we're gonna meet up at the corner of what's called a house in the backyard.
Everybody got something to do better than that.
Yeah.
Oh, you got something to do better?
You got something better to do.
There's all these distractions.
Yeah. We're gonna watch the NBA.
All these
we're gonna watch the
opportunities.
NBA finals.
I always say it's never important until it's at your door.
At your door.
It's never important
Girl
until
said,
it's you.
Coach G said the other night, she said, "Oh yeah, okay, I hear that. I mean, but when are we gonna be my people's keeper for real?
For real."
When Colin Kaepernick, he wasn't just fighting to play football.
Yeah.
Did you stop? Did the other players say I ain't playing either?
No.
Man, I am not. I was a football fan, right? I'm a 49er fan, so I was digging cap.
Right.
I did, but to me, I did more than just wear the shirt. And I can remember telling people when I didn't watch football.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the barbershop every Monday, we talking about football. But to me, watching football is like I was a trader.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they took it. But so you gotta watch the switch. They took it from Colin Kaepernick kneeling for injustice against our people. Now I'm disrespecting the flag. I'm disrespecting the anthem. The flag and the anthem was never made for you.
They knew he wasn't.
Oh, you did. I'm glad you're back, Coretta. I had a call come through. I'm gonna say this here because we love you. We love you, sis. But
that's my sister.
If you cannot, I'm just telling you, you are the problem, and there's no need for us to have a mature conversation. And I'm talking about white people that constantly put a spin on what the actual real matter is, what the actual real focus is. So if I'm telling you I'm kneeling because of the injustice of police on black brutality towards my people, and I'm saying this because America sees it and America has policies for it. Just like that Asian woman was attacked or whoever was attacked. Yeah. Why didn't it take that long for them to get
2 days?
We
talked about that on 360.
We still talking about that. What's going on?
2 days.
Come on, Black Caucus. I love Majority Whip. God bless you. But what's going on? What y'all doing up there?
Nothing.
I mean, for real. Like I respect you and love you, and I know you fought and all that. All of y'all up there.
Yeah.
I know it. What's going on?
That makes me think, are you there for show?
It is for show.
Because when it's time to tackle something that means something, now you already made it. So you ain't seeing them injustice that goes on every day in the hood. Like I said.
Right.
So you already made it and it's so far away from you, so it ain't gonna affect you.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna bring tears to your eyes when I see that with my homeboy's son.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't gonna feel it the way I felt it.
No.
Right.
Because you already up there looking good in your suit.
Yeah.
So and every black black boy that dies by the police, you want to show up at the funeral. Now you want to say something.
Right.
But this go on every day.
Right.
We've lost that thing that black folk had years ago. That they I don't know if it's the passion, but whatever it was, we lost it, because if you go back to when Rosa Parks sat down in the front of the bus, right? And that movement started, and they made calls or sent letters or whatever they did back then that said, hey, until further notice, we're not taking the bus. Right. We'll walk, or we'll carpool, or we'll do.
Boy, I ain't walking to work.
Yeah, and they shut they walking to work. The system down. They shut it down.
Yeah, shut the whole thing down.
Change came because the power, when you pull together power, when Colin Kaepernick kneeled, right, for injustice of black people and all those black people in the NFL, had they joined the movement, change would have happened instantly.
Wow.
Because who gonna play on Sunday?
Who gonna play on Sunday?
Who gonna play? But you know why though? I gotta have my football. I gotta have my Cowboys and 49ers, my Rays. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. We had the keys right there. We had all the keys.
Love is a
check this out. I'm gonna tell you how crazy this black people. A lot of black people, they go get mad for me, mad at me. I don't care, because I'm speaking the truth. I'm more loyal to the Cowboys than you loyal to the cause. Go in your house, you're gonna see the Cowboys everything.
I got him in there.
Courtney, I'm loving these comments.
But you for the cause too.
I'm for the cause. I ain't been watching.
Yeah. Everything. Man, they're gonna buy a Cowboys something.
That's it, Coretta.
That's why I say I love these comments, Coretta.
It's the unity that has been lost, courtesy of segregation.
Absolutely.
That's straight up right there. That's real deal.
I'm loving that.
That's real deal right there.
We had the keys. We had it.
Wow. For I've given you the keys.
You love the game more than you love
That's absolutely true.
The life and the movement of your people, positioning of your people. Man, that's crazy to me.
And you're right.
That's crazy to me.
People will absolutely die over the Dallas Cowboys
because you get to and maybe it's me and I know I'm like
Steelers
this, right?
too.
I can't certain things, right? I can't be quiet on them, right? I speak my mind no matter where it is, because God gave me this job, He'll give me another one.
Absolutely.
And I understand that my job, right? My job is a source for me to be a blessing to others. Because my job can't afford my lifestyle. And I think me and you had this conversation.
Yeah.
My job can't afford my lifestyle. God affords my lifestyle.
Right.
So just like He gave me this one,
I get
another one.
Yeah.
I get another one. I give more than I take in. I got 5 kids. I have 5 whole kids, 3 of whom are in college.
Oh wow.
I just did school shopping for the other 2. I go where I want to go. I eat where I want to eat. I do what I want to do. My job can't afford that. I understand that. That's why when you understand where your help come from, you move different.
Come on, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yes, sir. That's it.
So if you have the keys,
come on.
All these NFL, God gave you the talent,
right?
God gave you the ability,
yes, sir.
So when you have the keys, do something with it.
Man, sometimes people get a lot of money, and they forget over there.
They forget
because they forget. Oh, it's all I made it here. Well, shoot, who gave you the legs to run?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who gave them to you? Don't get so high.
That lady that prayed for you,
right?
Who put her here to have
right.
you?
Come on. The one that could barely talk, but she know how to get a prayer through.
Come on.
I'm trying to tell you now.
I know Drew said earlier, is that are we coming? Are we starting to understand? We have to get to the point where we matter. We matter. We matter because for 400, 500, who knows how long?
Yeah.
We never mattered. We wasn't a voice. Every single thing that happens, we have to fight. We had to fight to get every single thing done. And if you tell people about the fight and they know about the fight, you're just telling somebody. They act just like.
Keep going. Go ahead.
They act just like. Oh, it wasn't that bad. It was slavery. Oh, it was other people. You know what I heard? Oh, we was 400 years. Oh, it was other people who were slaves too.
Oh yeah, By our people.
By our people.
Oh, you know what I heard? My family wasn't no slaves. We was from France.
Oh my goodness.
They probably did drop through the loop. I don't know.
You can get so high,
but again, we could talk about these other races being enslaved, but were they treated the same?
No, man.
Let's talk about that now.
Where the movies at then?
The Holocaust. What did they use? Gas or something?
Yeah. But hold on, it's the first time.
First time.
It's the first time that's happening right now.
Okay. What?
A female.
Ooh. Oh, man.
A lady.
Let me get myself together. We in the barber. Y'all know how we do when we come in the barber shop.
Oh yeah, sit straight on.
It's on Real Talk.
How you doing, man?
360. Let me get. You know what I say? Watch how you talk. A woman coming in. And her name is Coretta Scott.
Oh, the name says it all.
Coretta. I'm gonna say her name again.
Say it again.
Coretta Scott.
It's a real deal, right?
Oh yeah. She ain't playing no game. She ain't playing no game.
Girl, down.
That's my sister too.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, sis?
How you fellas doing today?
We're doing great.
Good.
Doing great.
Hey, Coretta.
I am thoroughly enjoying this podcast, man.
That means a lot coming from you.
I ain't kidding.
Oh yeah, because she'll tell you the
Oh,
truth.
the queen tells the truth all day.
All day.
My kind of carrying on right there.
I was reading your comment. It said when they want to dictate the narrative beyond what has been expressed to already be.
Oh yeah. So when that was in reference to the NFL. You want to now we've already expressed what this kneeling is for. That this is for, Black lives, the taking of Black lives out on the streets for the police officers.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to re-dictate what we're trying to say, you want to define for us what it is that we're trying to say after we've already dictated what the narrative is. That's one of the things that has been done time and time again. We can't be in control of our own narrative.
Right.
And that's why when you look at history books, when you go and look at history books and you look at, Christopher Columbus founded the U.S. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. But you won't let the story be told from the narrative of the native because you have to be in control. You have to control, your own image in order to paint everyone else's.
Right.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Have to control their image.
Yeah.
And we got some of us that will fall for it.
Yeah.
All the time.
Because when you look at an entity like the NFL, right? It's when Colin Kaepernick did that, the NFL is big enough to censor him, to change the narrative and block him out. You got people working around the clock to shut Colin Kaepernick up. That's why you ask for the players themselves who look like us, who make the NFL what it is.
Right.
Join your brother, man.
Yeah. So
yeah, but
go ahead.
What about the abundance of Black players that make up the NFL?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If the unity had been there at that time, that we had years gone by to say, no, we're not going to take this. We're not going to allow you to do this because we make the NFL.
Right.
Without us, there is no NFL.
Correct. Correct.
So if they had the unity of days gone by, that whole NFL boycott or whatever it was wouldn't have lasted as long as it did.
Yeah. Wait,
but you have those slaves where you can hear the chains clanking when they speak.
What I'm going to say, Coretta, is
lose their dollars, a few dollars for a little while.
Yeah,
right.
That's where I was going because all those killings, what he was taking a stance for, they were bad. But to those, in my mind, they weren't that bad. They weren't that bad to cost me, $1 million. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I ain't about to lose.
I got a family to take care of.
Yeah. I ain't about to lose 10, 20 million.
But check this out. A lot of athletes, right? When they're young, right? They taken out of their rough school, transferred across town to that great school.
Right.
So you lose sight of the struggle.
Okay.
Now, a lot of schools, right? A lot of players on draft night, you might see mama, you might see daddy, but 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see. I mean, not 9 times out of 10, but a lot of times you're gonna see coaches and stuff like that of another race.
Right.
Yeah.
So So when that punch that Colin Kaepernick was standing for was punched, you kind of like, even though it hit me like,
Yeah.
it hit me like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you're so far away.
Yeah.
From where it started at.
And where you was looks different.
Yeah. And again, I don't, appreciate the handout, appreciate, I guess, whatever it is. But I don't know if as a matter of fact, there's a whole lot of Michael Orrs out there.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm talking about even in our locally here in our state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That eventually goes to Carolina, goes to Clemson. Right?
Yeah.
Well, definitely Clemson.
Yeah. Shots for
and just I ain't gonna say they forget, but they didn't have to get punched in the jaw.
They forget. They forget. I can remember leaving Timmersville and going to West Farms. The culture shock for me. And I forgot. I went to look at my same friends. Were like, "Hey man, y'all look dirty." Yeah, I remember saying that. Y'all look dirty over here in Timmersville. Man, what y'all doing with y'all selves?
Yourselves over here.
I forgot. You forgot. So I can imagine.
I go to West Florida.
I can imagine 3.5 million. You looking down on what's going on. I can imagine that.
And again, it's a continuous evolving door, and there's so many dynamics of it. I was thinking about what you were saying earlier, though, about leaving up north and coming out here.
Right.
Again, that was a lot of our plans. I mean, definitely when we go back to slavery, you go up north, there's good opportunity. So when you look into, our parents before us, saying, you know what, I'm going up north to get a better opportunity, better job. This is what I'm going to plan is I'm going to work. I'm going to make this bread. Cost of living is high, but we're going to manage. We're going to send money down to mama them. We're going to stack this paper. I'm going to send him down there and he going to stay down there so he can, I want to lose our roots now.
That happened in my family.
We're going to leave down there and then eventually we'll come back.
Right.
But when I come back, or when I come back during them summers, dang, y'all living like this. Oh, I got this. We do this. We do that. So again,
that's how it was.
Just like we say, son, the water tastes different in New York.
It's different. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, when we look at those dynamics, it plays a major part. I also say too, when I was thinking, when Coretta was talking, as well as earlier, I was thinking about and I may be wrong. Y'all might look at my side on this one. Isn't it amazing how when God forbid if we has to stop, but when one of us kill us, the family doesn't reap anything.
Yeah, me and you talked this on your show.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah, when one of us kill us, black on black, the family doesn't reap anything. They go to court and all this. Somebody may get locked up. Somebody possibly may not.
Right.
But they don't receive anything in the benefit, from it. Unless, again, that's why we talk about how important it is to get life insurance just in general, not just for the sake of you might get shot, but just having it in general. Because of the investment. But anyway, but when they shoot us, it's like they pay us to shoot us.
Put a value on your
the
life.
Family received $900 million, $2 million, close to $2.5 million for this death. The city awarded them this amount for this death,
and it's supposed to be like, well, you got paid,
right?
So it's to curb the sentence of the offender. It's to pay for the accountability. We paid you. The accountability, we paid you an accountability. We're not changing laws. We're not locking up police officers. We're not holding them accountable. We're paying you for accountability.
So you can shut up.
So
right.
Niggas like money.
Anyway. You like money anyway.
So we can continue. This is our fine so that we can continue to do these things because this is in our very nature to do it.
Right.
Again, the police officers started as the slave patrol.
Right.
And as people love to say that, slavery ended with the 13th Amendment. No, it evolved. It didn't end, it evolved.
There you go.
And
it still has its elements deeply rooted in the penitentiary.
And you know,
So
go ahead.
So they get to make a slave out of you for breaking the least little bit of law. So that's why they lock us up at higher rates, at exponentially higher rates than they do white people.
And you know what they called it?
The new age slavery.
You know what they called it in the South?
What they call it?
Reconstruction.
Reconstruction.
So now I can't keep you as a
slave
or force your will, but I can make you come back.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you have the right to vote. But if you vote, you might get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do what you got to do. And then we'll do what we got to do.
Yeah.
Because we got to keep the good niggers of.
Yeah. Well, we're an hour and 40 minutes in, fellas.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, and I know the preacher has a job to go to.
Got another one.
Yeah.
On the move. Coretta, girl, it's so good to hear your voice, girl.
You sound like a pass on down there.
Yeah, sure.
Can he get a witness?
Thank you guys for letting me sit with you guys on the phone for a little while.
When you gonna come on my show?
This is right up my subject, huh?
When you gonna come on my show? I want you in the studio. Can you? You got time to come?
Oh,
in the studio?
I don't want to be in the studio.
All right, well, we'll call that.
I'll call it.
You know, she's so, you know, she doesn't do certain things like this. You know?
Yeah.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
But
maybe one day.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Well, we're gonna give everybody 30 seconds like we usually do to get on out of here with a good word. And we're gonna start with that fella over there, Red.
Man, well,
aka Malcolm the Preacher. Okay. Give him a good word to get out of here.
Simple, man. Listen, as Malcolm said, we must first help ourselves before we can allow anyone to help us. I just simply want us to just start helping each other, man. Let's become that's my show, but I mean that by nature. I mean it by spirit. You know, I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. I am my people's keeper. And again, this ain't about, dividing the human race. It's just about getting our race together so that we'll be able to be on a equal playing field with whomever it may be. And so I just say, hey, let's stay encouraged. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Keep having real talks. And eventually somebody will get it. And eventually they'll come up to where they're supposed to come up to.
Cat Black, a.k.a. Andrew Bethay, a.k.a. the coach, a.k.a. We'll cut your line landscaper thing and more.
Yes, sir. Yes,
409-5800. Hit him if you need him.
843-409-5800.
See, I know my friend number by heart. I ain't have to hit contact.
Talk to him,
blessings.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's good seeing all y'all again.
Absolutely.
Good revolving around the earth another day, man. I just want to, say just prayers to all the kids and all the staff that's starting school next week. We still got them COVID rates rising high right now. So I just want to just hope we have a safe year. I personally, I think we're going to be shut down in a couple months. That's just on me. But, we start school Monday. So I just want to give
it's another podcast.
I just want to give peace and blessings to all the kids, all the football coaches, all the teachers, everybody starting school next week. Just keep the positive vibes up, man. 119 Media Group, Real Talk 360, all that good stuff.
Dora McAllister.
I think there's a clear difference between a preacher and a pastor. I just wanted to say it was an honor, right, to sit in this thing with you today.
Bless you, man.
Yeah, I really mean that. Some people guide you and lead you and talk to you. Other people walk with you. Thank you for the journey today. It was nice. It was nice.
He walked with you.
Oh yeah.
You took that blow with you.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you, man.
Did he throw some oil on you?
Oh man. But you know what? I'll stand in the front and get prayed for by Willie, right? Because I know he got my best interest at heart.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I love
That's
it.
an honor, man. It means a lot, man.
And Coretta Scott.
Yes, sir.
Give me
So I just want to say thank you guys for letting me join you again on today. And I just feel like it's time that we bring back the unity in the community and have these discussions and some of these hard conversations that we need to have to get to where we need to be.
Right.
All right.
The queen herself.
The queen. If she the queen, that mean I'm the king.
Yeah. All these kings.
Oh, I'm not. Oh no, I forgot my pops. That mean I'm the prince.
Oh yeah.
Because if I
yeah, that mean y'all together. That's your sister.
Yo, check this out though. I just got one simple word. Let's reconstruct the reconstruct. If you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir. I like it.
And they say unlearn what you learn.
Yeah.
And learn something else.
Yeah.
Like we do at this time. We out of here. All right. I'll let you, Coretta.
All right. Should be blessed.
Nice. See you later.
Family. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Open your ears and listen, direction for your ambitions. New narrative, this the community coalition. Drumel, Corey, and Dory here for the intervention. We've been letting it slide for too long. He don't not no more slipping. Unity in our communities is how we rise up. Empowerment to self, knowledge as well. Let's wise up. No more fighting as individuals, we municipal. Change the forecast, this the podcast to listen to. You got a vision, we got a vision, let's make it visible. Say we gotta fight for our rights, well then enlist me. All bite, no bark, real talk, 360.